Hello everyone and welcome back to the Philadelphia Soul Dynasty Mode, Season Mode. We are here at 6-3 after a close barn burner, kind of an NFL score game against the Tampa Bay Storm, the game that we simmed after our big win against the Desperados on the road. We absolutely kind of dominated the Storm on defense in that first half. Tampa Bay kind of woke up in the second half, and our offense went flat, but we still had enough to kind of hold on to our victory. So kind of a gross game all around, but that does extend our win streak to 4 and kind of get our hat back into the ring here in terms of division play. But Dallas still has a pretty healthy lead over us, so we still have a long way to dig out, but we might be fighting for wild card potentially if we can continue to win games. So today we have an easier game. I shouldn't say that, but we do have a game against a team that is struggling this year in the Nashville Kats. Looking at their rankings, they're still a little bit better here. They're kind of mid, if anything. They're kind of towards that mid-range. They're getting close to top 10, but not really. There's only like 18, 19 teams in the league, so if you're ranking 13th or 15th, you're kind of bottom tier, but, it's kind of a wash here in that middle ground, so we're kind of getting a little bit better. Our defense is really solid. Our offense seems to struggle quite a bit, and that's why our rankings struggle so much. Not that that's a huge importance thing, but that is what I've at least noticed. We always get those top rankings in terms of defense, but then our offense is 18th, 19th in most things. And then also turnover differential. We generate a lot of turnovers in these games, which I know is the biggest contributing factor to us winning games. So, fun thing about the Nashville Kats, I'll just throw in here, is they're one of the few arena teams from this era that exist today. They came back for AFL 3.0, and they actually finished the season. Jeff Fisher, who I think owns them, or is a part owner, he's actually the commissioner for what is left now of AFL 3.0. So I think it's cool that their colors, at least in this time, is kind of the same as the Titans. I think that's really neat. So either way, we're going to get into the game here. We've already stopped the Kats in their first offensive drive. They're going to have to go for a very, very long field goal attempt, and the kick is up, and it's going to bounce off the side netting and be no good, but our return man can't even get to the 5, so we're going to have this one inside our own 5, and Coach has already given the kicker an earful, man. Come on, dude. That was like a 40-yarder you just asked him to make. How about you try whipping up some better plays on offense, bud? I don't know. So we've got to 3rd and 10 already for our offense. Man in motion. Graziani drops back here and throws this one right across the middle. That was a great heads-up play by the Jack linebacker for the Cats. So we're going to bring out France here and try and kick our own super long field goal. This one's about, I don't know, man, 55, 57 yards. There's no shot. So that one doesn't even get to the netting, as it's essentially just a kickoff for the Cats, and they field this one kind of just past the 10-yard line. And our coach is giving France an earful, man. I mean, what's going on? These coaches need to take some accountability. There's no offense being played here. So 3rd and 10 here for the Cats, close to about midfield. Neither team seems to be able to move the ball really at all. Nashville's going to go through the air, and he finds an open man, but he cannot haul the ball in on the way to the ground. That was Moten who helped knock that one out here along the boards. And so Nashville's going to have to bring out the kick unit again, and it is no good again. And this time we can't even get out of the end zone to get to the 5-yard line. So we at least get guaranteed to the 5-yard line because we can't even get out of the end zone. So maybe that was for our benefit. The last time we brought it out to like the 2 or 3 yard line, and we didn't even move the ball an inch. So this time we've moved it a few inches here, as it's 2nd and 6 here late in the first quarter. Someone needs to get something going on offense here. This is supposed to be high scoring, and we have back-to-back games of no high scoring. So Graziani's going through the middle, and he finds Mike Brown across the middle, who hauls this one in just past the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. We're going to reload here very late in the first quarter. Man's going to go in motion. Graziani's going to drop back here, and the pressure is on. He floats this one out to, it looks like an end maybe, like one of our offensive ends. I didn't even know he was eligible, but he does catch it and cuts upfield here and gets the first down a little bit more before being brought down. He didn't have a lot of speed, but he's just shaking those tackles off. So kind of a heads-up play here by our offense that hasn't really done much of anything. So first quarter comes to a close, and neither team has touched the scoreboard at all, which is crazy in the Arena League. But we have only moved backwards, and it's 3 and 18 now for our offense. Graziani zips one to the right side of the field here, and it looks like that was, I can't tell who that was, if that was Scott or Smith here who went over the boards. Either way, it's not a first down because we were well short of the marker, so we're going to bring up France to try and knock home a field goal, and he actually knocks this one through. So 3-0 is your lead here in this first half. So Nashville again here with another 3rd down situation. Got to convert, and they do, as they find another open receiver here kind of deep in the secondary. in that one-on-one coverage, and he comes down with it. Mike Brown getting cooked again, man. We talked about it in Dallas, getting cooked. So it's a first down here, or we're going to cut to another third down here because Nashville's struggling to move the ball here at midfield, and it is another reception here, but it's well short of the marker as Mike Brown does a good job of covering that play. So Nashville again going to have to try and settle for 3 points. Hopefully they can make it this time, and they do. So we are knotted up at 3 apiece on both sides. So Witzak and France are getting quite a bit of activity in this game so far, as just field goal galore is really the tail of the tape here. So we are back on offense. Graziano's going to drop back here. He's got plenty of time now, a clean pocket, floats his one to the back of the end zone, and finds an open receiver for the touchdown. So someone finally scores a touchdown in this game, and we get to the 1-minute warning in the first half before a team wants to get into the end zone. Absolutely disgusting. And there, as you can tell here, we are in an onside kick formation yet again. I don't know why we would do this. Nashville's offense has been absolutely stagnant all game. I don't know why we would give up this much field just to try and get the ball back. There's no urgency here. Neither offense can really do anything. So we already have a lead. I can't get behind this decision here by our coach. So, but as I said, Nashville can't move the ball. So it's 3rd and goal, and they're going to try here on 4th and goal, and that one is blocked well by our defense, covered well. But Nashville is going to keep the offense on the field on 4th and goal, and our defense wasn't ready. And I don't know, man. I want a spot on that one because I don't know if he broke the plane, man. It was at the goal line. He got knocked over the boards. I don't know if he ever broke the plane, but they're going to give it to him. So Nashville ties this game up here to end the first half, and we are now cooking here on offense as well, just past midfield, and it is a beautiful spin move. I think it's by Smith, or again, Smith or Scott, I can't remember, but he spins out of the coverage there, beautiful spin move, and gets into the end zone. So 17-10 is now your score, and here now on the next kickoff, it's going to come right off of the netting here, and Nashville's return man is going to split the seas here, and he's got a burst of speed, and no one's even back there, and he's high-stepping into the end zone for the touchdown, but hold on. There's a yellow hanky on the field, and that one is coming back, man. I cut out another good return that Nashville had earlier in the game because of a holding call, and it was kind of scrubbed away, but that one I had to show you guys because it was a full kick return, which we haven't seen this year, and it is getting called back, man. Just like real-life football, big plays like that getting called back. Nashville cannot catch a break, and again, man, as I'm saying it, they lay up an absolute dot. I think it's Stroner or Stroner. I can't remember how you pronounce your quarterback's name, but it's like Chris Stroner or something like that. But he throws a pick across the middle here, and so we are going to get another prime opportunity here in Nashville territory to hopefully open up this lead potentially as Graziani zips this one to the boards, and it is hauled in by an open receiver who falls forward on the first down marker to get us a fresh set of downs here. So it's 1st and goal here at about the 8 or 9 yard line, and we have a prime opportunity to get into the end zone. Graziani's got pressure in his face, and he shakes off the pressure but loses the football in the process. What a bizarre play. What an absolutely bizarre play, man. What a dumb turnover to have. Just super sloppy football all around today, man. Just absolutely pathetic. But a weird strip sack here where Graziani actually stands up to the pressure but loses the ball in the process is going to give Nashville the ball back here deep in their own territory. Pressure gets on to the quarterback, though, and he has to get rid of this one. He fortunately does, but that's going to bring up 4th down for the Cats, who again have to bring out their kicker to try and knock home another field goal, and this one is not even close as it didn't even make it to the crossbar, but it also didn't even have the direction. It was off to the right here and didn't even have enough to get over the crossbar. So just a really pathetic kick by the Cats here. It's been a piss-poor performance by their kicker by most metrics. So it is now going to be the sole ball moving the other way here. And after being batted around by the same player, man, he tipped it around probably 3 or 4 times, and it's another interception in this ball game. And possession is going to change once again. Things are just unraveling on offense. I don't know if both teams are just getting absolutely tired and are just kind of losing the will to fight. But that's certainly what this looks like, man, because, gosh, it's just getting sloppier somehow. It was just kind of pathetic in the first half, and now it's getting sloppy. And the pressure is now getting to Nashville, and it's another fumble. Another fumble. It's a strip sack, and I think it's Bibla who picked it up. It might have been his own sack that he picked up again. We've seen him do that. It was a scoop and score, we remember. So cutting ahead, though, here now. We couldn't do much with the ball here, and Nashville on 3rd and goal has another opportunity. They've moved back to the 15 and across, or not across the middle, but to the right side here, one-on-one coverage, and that one is not complete. But there you go. Clint Stoner. There you go. Stoner. Probably Stoner, right? Storner? I don't know. Either way, he gets injured on that play. I think he would ultimately be okay, but Nashville's going to have to bring out the kick unit once again, but this time it is good. So the 30-yarder by Witzak is going to put the game within 4 for the Cats as the third quarter comes to a close. So kind of a longer game for you guys today, and it's funny because you'd think it'd be because of all the back-and-forth scoring, but no, it's from all the back-and-forth, just pathetic football being played on the carpet. And again, another fumble. Another strip sack of Graziani ends up in the hands of the Cats, man. Just, oh my gosh. It's getting worse and worse the longer this goes on. It's just getting even sloppier, man. This is just ridiculous. But third down coming up here for Nashville's offense, and it looks like Clint Storner is back in the game. He's going to go with the handoff, and the C's are going to part for the fullback, and he's going right up the middle into the end zone. But hold on. Another yellow hanky is a holding call against Nashville, man. They can't get out of their own way, and I've cut out so many penalties, guys. Nashville's had so many penalties in this game. It's ridiculous. You'll see it at the end when we look over the stats. But, yep, that's going to make it 3rd and 14 now for Nashville. And that was the huge play that they needed. So on 3rd and 14, Stormer's going to get rid of the ball quick here out into the flat, and it's going to be well short of the marker. So it's going to be 4th down at midfield for the Cats. And it looks like they're probably going to have to rely on Witzek's leg yet again. And it is through the air, and this time he nails the long ball. So that was a more impressive one here, 41-yarder. So he's missed from all over the field today, but he nails that one to make this a 1-point ball game in the 4th quarter. So if we can finally do something on offense, then we might be in good shape. Of course, as I say that, ours can't even get to the first down marker, so we're going to bring out France again for a very long field goal, and he nails it. A 51-yarder he could have made from probably 56, 57 yards. Look at this, man. If there wasn't an invisible wall above the net, that would have just kept going, and he cleared that top bar. And I think he kicked, a potentially 60-yard field goal earlier in this game from the back of the end zone and didn't even have a prayer of getting it there. But that one, bro, was over 51 yards, and he could have easily made it from much further than that. So I don't know what the difference was. It was just must not have had a good kick on that first one here. But Nashville getting crafty here after breaking a couple tackles, just burst into the secondary, and no one is back there, and it's a touchdown for Nashville. So the field goal makes it 20-16. But Nashville answers back here under a minute to go in this ball game and scores the go-ahead touchdown. So they've been trailing this entire game, man. They had 0 points for like half of this football game, and now here we are with 51 seconds left to play, and they hold a 3-point lead. So a 3-point lead is never safe in the Arena Football League, but we need to get some sort of yardage here if possible. So on 1st and 10, it is a very pathetic play out to the flat. Not a good play call. Not a good play call at all. So 2nd and 12 here, the clock is going to continue to run, and we're going to run the hurry up here. We've already blown a timeout or two, so we have to be pretty smart with how we use our time, and this is definitely not doing that as we waste about 5 or 6 seconds to snap the ball. Graziani drops back and throws it in all kinds of traffic, and it gets batted around by the Cats linebackers, and it is picked off again as Graziani throws his 2nd interception of the game, and that one is probably the nail in the coffin here as Nashville is in complete control of this game here. If they could get into the end zone, it would absolutely probably put this one away here, and they're going to hand it off and do just that as Nashville scores, get another touchdown to open up this lead here, now push it to 10. So with all the time that came off between kickoffs and such, the time is still continuing to run. We have no timeouts, and we need to get 10 points. It's not going to happen, man. We float this one out to the boards, and that one is hauled in, and now we're going to have to run the hurry up here with 8 seconds, and the clock's going to tick here as we try and get resettled, man. Just an absolute folding. One of the most just pathetic performances that we've had all season, man. And you got to remember, we scored only 25 points last week against Tampa Bay, so this is a downward trend I'm seeing with the offense, man. This is dangerous. We're going to need some humongous upgrades on the offensive side of the ball if this is the kind of performances that we're putting up, man. We put up 49 points against the Desperados, one of the best teams, probably the best team in the Arena Football League this season, and then immediately followed that up with 2 just absolute ducks on offense, man, with an opportunity to really kind of separate ourselves from the bottom half of the league and throw our hats into the ring in terms of competitiveness, and we scored like 50 combined points. Not even. That's just so pathetic for this team, man. I expect so much better. I'm sure you guys expect so much better. The fans expect so much better. Didn't convert a single 3rd down all game. We only had 3. Nashville had 8, and they only converted 1, so I guess it's not like a huge thing. But look at that, 45 penalty yards, and we still lost this football game somehow. Just absolutely nuts, man. Absolutely bonkers. Graziani has a pretty awful game here. I guess completion percentage isn't terrible either in yardage, but 2 INTs is absolutely killer. That's really what did it for us. Scott was the one who was really producing for us in the receiving core. We really didn't see Mike Brown much at all today, kind of unfortunately. Everyone seemed to record a pancake, which is kind of fun to see, but yeah, that's going to basically do it for this video here. So in the next one, we're going to get kind of into the home stretch here, the mid part of the season, the dog days. So hope to see you guys in that next one.